And there she is. We've got local coordinator Christal Dunaway, also known as Dway from IW Jacksonville, North Carolina. Thank you so much for joining us, Dway. How are you, my dear?
Thank you for having me. I'm good. I feel like I'm losing weight from a little bit of stress, but I'm good.
Stress? What are you stressing about?
It's the 10th anniversary. This is such a big deal. I can't believe it's been 10 years. Like, oh my God, where's the time gone? Like, seriously. Every time I say that, I start cheesing like a big Chester cat. It is go time. Like, oh my God, I haven't been this excited in a while.
So has your hike all been one of the ones like that started right in 2015?
It actually started in 16. Yes, it
Okay.
was the first one to come to North Carolina, and we got it rolling. I started so crazy. I just created a Facebook page. I didn't even contact anybody, and IW reached out like, hey, who are you? And I'm like, look, I'm passionate about that. Let me be a part of the team. And we started going, and it was 450 people that came out there. I could barely get through the brief without crying. It was insane. I could barely talk because I just didn't expect that many people, to understand this little secret I was going through. So it was touching.
450 people. That's crazy.
450 people. I would never forget it. The first hike, all we had was a lot of fruit, some water, and that's it. I remember the bomb squad ended up being in the front of that hike. I remember that because they had these really big, heavy packs on, and they stayed in the front the entire time. And it was insane. It was something I would never forget. I was so not ready for that. I tell you right now, it was a learning experience, but it was amazing because I was like, people actually were listening. We had a bunch of flyers and these little cards. Every time I saw somebody, I would talk about IW, and I didn't really think they were listening to me until the day of. It was incredible. It was something I'll never forget.
That's so awesome. I still can't imagine like 450 people. Like that's a
450
monster hike.
people. It was
Holy crap.
huge. It was huge. And we were still new, so we didn't know anything about like pacing it and all that good stuff. We just got out there and just started walking. The news crew showed up. Like the local churches came and prayed over the hike. It really was like an experience. Like I'll never forget it. I think one of my drill instructors was out there and I couldn't stop cheesing because I'm like, look at this. Oh Lord, like, oh wow, like speechless. I'm not gonna
That's
cry though. I said I wasn't gonna cry on here.
I mean, you can totally cry. This is a safe space. And if you cry, I
Yeah,
mean, we're not editing that. We're not editing out tears. Like
I
that's I'm sorry.
appreciate
Like
that.
you're
It was a lot though because suicide really is a touchy subject. So when you start putting it in people's ear, you really don't expect like a whole battalion of people to show up. It was a little
yeah.
bit of everybody. I felt like people got their units together and they all came out for the hike and they represented. I still have those photos. I still have the newspaper clipping as well from the very first hike. I made Dunny sign it because
Absolutely.
it just meant a lot to me. I literally still have that newspaper clipping. I should bring it to the hike.
You absolutely should. That's awesome. No, I mean that's history. Like right, that's the legacy of IW Jacksonville, right? Like
Oh my
is that you
goodness.
guys started. It sounds like to me like you just kind of you elbowed your way in, like you kicked in the door, was like, I'm doing one of these, and then IW was like, wait, what's going on here? Like, no, I'm doing the thing. I want to be part of this, and y'all are
That's
just gonna let me
exactly what
do
I
it. And
did. Yep. It was like, you using our name. And I was like, wait, I need permission to have a hike. I just want to hike. I was like, it's a few hundred people coming out according to Facebook. I'm not really sure if I can start over now. Oh my God, what did I do? So I was nervous for a while because I want to follow the rules, but I was really new and I didn't know that there was a proper protocol to do this. I just thought I saw a lot of veterans hiking. I'm a vet now. I want to hike. I'm going through some things. I want to be involved. And I just created the Facebook page. And yeah, BK Kane, I love you. He's the one who reached he's the one who reached out. Oh my goodness. We still Facebook friends to this day. I love it.
that's awesome. before
God.
before we dig into your hike and talking about all that more, tell everybody your branch of service, how long you served, what you did, all that good stuff. Give us the background details of who you are.
Will do. Well, for those of you who don't know, I am Christal Dunaway and I go by Dway. I gave the Marine Corps a good 10 years of my life. I was TMO 3112. We either got it there on time or lost it. It was no in between. That was it. Supply Battalion. I love y'all. Let me see. I have a teenager who has been around IW about as long as me. When I look at those pictures and see how small she was, hugging Dunny and Cindy, I'm like, oh my God, like she literally grew up in this organization with me. My last duty station was Camp Lejeune. I decided to stay here, and that is where we had the very first hike in North Carolina in 2016. And to date, we have been doing it every year on time. On even with COVID, we pushed it back a few months, but we still did it. We have events throughout the year. We give out school supplies. We give out Christmas gifts to the kids. I fill up the food pantry probably once a month around here. We always keep things going. So IW is rampant around Jacksonville. People are gonna know who we are. I'm not going away anytime soon. I spread the word any chance I get. If I see a "Don't Tread on Me" flag while I work at the post office, I probably left a flyer in your mailbox. Okay, I probably did. Guaranteed.
But that's so awesome. I mean, so like, how did you even find out about IW? Right. So I mean, because we were talking about how you just kind of like you forced your way in, essentially to the organization. But like, how did you even hear about Irreverent Warriors to where you got to that point?
I heard about Irreverent Warriors because I was at home and I was eating breakfast and I started crying. And I was like, okay, look, this is getting annoying because I don't know why I'm going through all these emotions. I'm just eating breakfast. Why am I crying? And on the first of the month, I would log out of social media because I was seeing these promotions and new orders. And of course, I was happy for my fellows, but it was sad to me because that's what I was supposed to be doing. So I went to therapy and therapy just wasn't working for me. It was actually kind of annoying to me, but I really tried. And I'm like, it has to be another way. It has to be another way for me to understand why I'm so sad all the time when it comes to something that I really had a love for. And I just kept Googling. And I think I Googled the words veteran suicide help. I think I Googled those three words and IW came up. And I was like, what is an irreverent warrior? And why is everybody in silkies? Like, are these a bunch of drill instructors? And oh my God, they look like bodybuilders. Everybody looks in shape. I don't think this is for me. Like this may not be my crowd, but I just couldn't get away from it because when I clicked on those photos, I think I seen Dunny and somebody else that I actually recognized. I'm like, oh wow, okay, this might work. Uh looks like a bunch of grunts, like a bunch of guys, but I mean, this is Camp Lejeune. We could pull it off and I'm finna do this. And I just dug in because when I seen it was we was getting together to help combat veteran suicide, I'm like, this is what I need to be a part of because these are the feelings that I'm having. And I don't like how I'm feeling because I need to be here. I have a kid to take care of. I got family that actually looks up to me and whatnot. And I can't, this can't be Dway's story. This can't be how I end it. And this has to be another way, another form of therapy. So when I created the Facebook page and everybody started to come together and I seen it, I was like, oh my God, this is it. It was more like a family reunion than a hike because everybody was hugging everybody. And every time I saw somebody, they were screaming and pointing and it was just beautiful. And I'm like, oh my God, this is it. I think I found my family. Oh my goodness. Nobody's looking at me funny because I started crying and nobody's judging me because I don't know why I'm crying. They just keep hugging me, offering me prayer. Okay, this is it. I think I found it. It was kind of like my active duty family veteran side because they were just as goofy as me. And I didn't have to explain to them why I was sad or explain to them why I needed to be at this hike. It was understood. It was just like an immediate family. It's addictive. Oh my goodness. I was looking for hikes after that. So the fact that more hikes popped up around North Carolina was just a given. Greenville and Greensboro. We had Charlotte and Raleigh and Wilmington. I was like, okay, so after Jacksonville, I get more hikes. I get to see these people again. I started getting excited. I would put time off of work. Like, look, I'm not available this Saturday. Leave me alone. I really have to be somewhere. Nothing got in the way of these hikes. If I could drive to them, I would. It just made my day. Oh my goodness.
Your passion and energy and everything you're saying right now was like addictive. Like I'm hooked. Like because you guys you're doing so much down there, right? You've got a huge following in that area, and you're not just doing the hike. You talked about you do donation drives and you do all kinds of other things for other organizations to give back to the community, and that's huge. You don't really, I mean, it's not that you don't hear about cities and stuff doing it because I think we all kind of do, but I mean, you're mentioning it in the sense that it's something that you guys really drive and put a lot of effort into, and I feel it. Like I feel your passion through the screen, and it's infectious and it's awesome.
That's what's up. I try. I really do. I just try to be genuine. I was talking to a photographer about IW, and he was like, "You don't have to sell me so hard." And I was like, "I didn't know that I was." Just when I start talking about it, I get super passionate. I really do.
Well, and I mean, but that's good. I mean, that's what, like, when you look at the organization, like that passion, that energy about the mission is what we want. Like we want people that have that energy and that drive to want to see the organization succeed to save more veterans' lives, right? Like that's the whole thing. And if you are driving that energy and you're forcing that down everybody's throats, you're coming to people hard about IW. It's because you're trying to save lives.
I
And
am.
I see nothing wrong with it because I want to match that energy. Like that's like it's addicting.
Another thing that was good is that I got with Master Gunnery Sergeant Gonzalez. We were deployed together. I think we're both like Lance Corporals or Corporals. And he's like, "Look, I got your old job. I'm over here at the schoolhouse." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And I know you got some devil pups over there. And I wanted to reach out to him because just a couple weeks ago, we lost I think he was probably 21, and I just could not sleep. That just did not sit well with me. I was like, that is a baby. I need to get over there and get to them before they get to the fleet. I need to get to them. So I made a post on the Military Sisters of J Vegas. I'm like, I know we got some school instructors over here. Somebody give me about 3 or 5 minutes. I'm not selling anything. Just let me talk to these kids. And it took one day. And I ended up talking to, I think, about 2 classes. And I really appreciate him for letting me do that, because the scenarios that I gave was mostly when they're that young. You're in MOS school, you got your mom is proud of you, my baby's a Marine, and you're the first in the family to go off, and you go in MOS school and you have a little too much fun, and boom, I messed up. I messed up. It was a mistake. It was a mistake, First Sergeant. I get it. But you broke that rule and it was a big mistake. So in the back of this young Marine's head, I'm embarrassed. I don't want to go home. I really don't, because every time I go home, they praising me for being a Marine, and how clean and cut and proud I am. And now I got in trouble and I'm kicked out. What am I supposed to do? And their answer to that, on some, sadly, they just rather take their lives instead of go back home because of the embarrassment and the shame. And I made sure I let those young Marines know, like, there's life after the Marine Corps. Trust me, it is not worth it. Reach out to somebody. I made them all take their phones out and put 988 in it, because if you're not comfortable with me or the Lance Corporal sitting by you or this Master Guns, I need you to talk to somebody. Reach out. I also let them know that, I've messaged people in IW myself. I'm the coordinator, but I still have my moments. I have messaged people. Mark Simmons, let me tell you, I text him and I call him, and he has never let me down. One time I just held the phone. I don't even think I said anything. And he just held it too, because I was having a moment, and he just got it. And I like that. I really do, because, I'm not perfect, even though I come off with this good energy. I be having my moments. I have my crybaby days, but I just look forward to moments like this. I'm on Boots and Banter, and I get to talk about the hike, and it's next weekend. Like, I'm so lit about that. We got new businesses involved. I told them, if you told me last year to come back this year, I'm going to come. I wrote your number down. I'm not going to go away. I've had people write me checks to go away. I'm okay with that, but I'm not going to go away. I literally saw somebody say, just, and I was like, "What is that?" And he pointed at an envelope, because he was like, "You don't even need to come in. Just pick it up and leave." And I was like, "Oh my God."
That's
Oh my
crazy.
God.
Oh man,
Don't
that's
promise me
nuts.
anything. I'm gonna always come back. I'm cool with a yes or a no, but don't promise me anything. I'm definitely coming back. Promise.
I think you're the first person who's ever said that they've gotten sponsorship checks to not be around them. Like
Most
that's
definitely, most definitely, most definitely. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it was like $250. And he was like, "So what was the package on there?" He's like, "What was the small package? Just write that," because he really just wanted me to go away. And I was like, "It's okay, it's no big deal." That $250 covered breakfast. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm okay with that. I
oh,
really am.
that's
Because when it
so
comes to the
awesome.
mission, like, I'm the person that I was hiking for. I really am. So I just look at how my energy was before I met IW and how I am now. I know it works. You know, it's a form of therapy for everybody. I know this works for me. I can't talk about these hikes without cheesing because it's just, I don't know, it's just so cool. You know, who hikes for fun? We do. I love it.
It's like it's just it's mandatory fun, right? It's just it's not
Yes.
supposed to be fun, but for us, it's going to be fun.
Indeed, I did. I love that. One of the Devil Pups said his wife was sponsoring the hike. He's like, I'm gonna be out there. I was like, really? Okay. So I started passing out the flyer. And when I looked at the email, about 26 of them had registered. And I was like, oh my God, I love it. Because you coming out here on a Saturday, you know, you giving me your free time on a Saturday at 6:30 in the morning. You can be asleep. But you coming out here for a cause. I love it. I ended up giving him a coin after that. They all got kind of rowdy then, but I wasn't about to give away all my coins. I just gave a couple away. Just a couple.
Just a couple.
Just a couple.
All right, so we've already kind of touched on a little bit, but I'm going to throw your flyer up here. So talk to us about the hike. When's your hike? What day? What's the day of your hike? And give us some details.
Well, this is a 3-day weekend affair. Okay, we had to go all out. Shout out to the city of Jacksonville for the media grant. We have commercials on 4 different radio stations, and we have billboards up all around the city. Thank you, Teresa. I love it. 10th anniversary. We've been doing this for 10 years. I cannot believe it. The time really has flown. I was skinny. I'm a little thick now, but it's 10 years later, and I'm still in here. Okay. We started at Blackbeard's 302 Western Boulevard. We are bringing it back to where we started. We had a couple hikes downtown because we want to be all around Jacksonville, but it only made sense to bring it back where it started. Twin Peaks, well, originally Twin Peaks, now Blackbeard's. Then we go to Dario, who is opening an hour early just for the hike. Thank y'all. I love you. Mission Barbecue, who is feeding some people lunch. I love y'all too. We will be there at noon to do taps. Got to represent. We are also going over to Chili's after that. Nate, thank you. Thank you. Our flyer is the first thing you see when you walk in that restaurant. It's plastered on the door. We'll see you there. Last but not least, Outback Steakhouse. Let me tell you, all of those ladies over there are pulling out the stops. They've rearranged the parking lot just for the hike so they can accommodate us on the inside and the outside. Free blooming onions. Gotta love it. Then we're gonna end it back at Blackbeard's. Let me shine some light on Blackbeard's again because not only are they catering breakfast and hooking us up, they're feeding us after this hike, okay? So we're gonna eat good. When you come back, drop your packs, relax, don't go anywhere. Eat, it's some good grub. Chill. We have flyers. Oh my God, let me tell you the raffle items that we got. We have a Marine vet in Marfarez for the past 3 years. He makes these custom plaques and he ship them to me to raffle off. They are bomb.com. And the photo booth, we are raffling that off. OMG. My volunteer, my coordinator volunteer, Vanessa, is hand painting. Let me tell you, this girl is super talented. She's hand painting these beautiful semicolon paintings to raffle off at the hike. And after that, we are going to the limelight. The party goes on. Not only are we having a sexy leg contest, if you show up in silkies, you get in for $5. If you show in, and it's a cash prize, and they are also donating to Irreverent Warriors. But we're gonna back it up because Friday we having a meet and greets. Woodstock theme at the Clove Hitch Beer Company. Let me tell you about them too, because last year they opened their doors 2 hours early just to accommodate the hike, and now they are hosting the meet and greets. You know we got to have some good grub. No Rules food truck will be down there in the parking lot feeding us, getting us nice and fat. After we have all this good fun Saturday, we are gonna end it on a high note at the Waffle House. Nothing get past the Waffle House. Let me get my all-star breakfast to shake back from this hike and this 3-day weekend that Jay Vegas has put on, okay? Not one day, but 3. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, baby. Oh my God. I'm getting excited just thinking about it. Don't get me started. I'm gonna start talking loud again.
But you could go hard for this. Like this is the passion.
Wait.
This is what it is. You're not selling me out. I mean, you're selling. I'm going to tell y'all right now. You guys listen to this interview and you guys have not registered for this hike yet. Y'all need to get down because
you're missing out.
I was able to get down there, I'm talking. That's a 3-day. That is a 3-day. Like there's no sleep. You're not sleeping.
Nope.
3 days.
Nope.
Nothing but Irreverent Warriors for 3 days.
We are having some fun. I'm telling you, it was like when I got with Miss Teresa, she's like, "We're doing real good. Let's just keep going. What else can you think of?" And I was like, "Why just one day? Because we have these events to get rid of the hype blues. Let's just make it a full weekend." We made event pages for everything. My little outfit just made it here. I cannot wait to put these white go-go boots on and have a blast with everybody. It's a few faces that I'm looking forward to seeing. We got a few surprises that I can't reveal that you will see at Mission Barbecue. I'm letting you know right now, you need to get on Eventbrite and register. I went a little overboard with the emails. You're going to get about 6 emails, but I'm a fan of detail. Okay. The overflow parking lot in Red Lobster. Thank you. Shout out to Blackbeards for that. And everything is marked out. The registration, the sponsors, the vendors, what time you're supposed to be there. Make sure you are registered. Some may say it's a little too much detail, but I mean, hey, I got you.
And here and put up the flyer because guess what? When you could you could scan the I'm trying to use there we go. There's my hand. You could scan the QR codes on the flyer on the screen. It works. So if you have not registered, you're on the ball about registering. You kind of like, I mean, I'm telling you right now, Dway's going to tell you you need to register. Get your ass up there,
You need to get
register, and
out
get down to
there.
Jacksonville.
You need to get out there. We are having fun. When I tell you, we've literally been planning almost 6 or 7 months. We wanted to be super detailed. JT, these beautiful plaques that he have made for the sponsors, you have to see it because the sponsors this year, they really went out. Good Hemp literally doubled their donation. And I was just taken back. I literally pulled over and I called Samantha crying like, "Oh my God, thank you," because she told me that she believed in this mission too. This is their second year. Then you have Marine Chevy, Sam's Club. These places are setting up tables along the route while we walk so you can literally just snatch up some stuff and go. They are keeping us hydrated this entire route. Publix, they donated. Like it's just amazing. And when I go in there now, some of them actually know who I am. This city, when it comes to these permits, they are literally used to me coming in every single January because that's the earliest I can submit the permit for the hike. And I just wave at them, "Hey, Miss Janet, how you doing?" She's like, "For the hike, huh?" I was like, "Yes, can I get that, please?" I've started filling it out in the parking lot now because I know exactly what I'm going to put on it. I love it. It's a good time. Nothing religious, nothing political. We all bleed green at this hike. You understand me? Come out and have a good time, okay? You're going to see somebody I promise you. My very first roommate from boot camp showed up. Let me tell you, oh my God. When I heard, "Hey, little girl," I thought I was hearing stuff because I haven't heard that in like 15 years. I was like, "What in the hell?" And when I seen Schultz, I just cried. I was like, "You can't be serious." Like I felt like I was dreaming because she drove down from I think DC. And I just couldn't believe it. I hadn't seen this girl since I was a PMC. Like, oh my God, I got the chills now because I started back crying because I'm like, y'all really understand. Like, people are coming out here. It's never a numbers game. I could care 10 people can show up. I'm gonna be this excited, okay? Because that's 10 people that we saved. And that's just how I look at it. It really is.
Yeah,
I love it.
absolutely.
See, I'm being cheesy again. I can't
Well,
help it.
we're gonna
I'm
build off that
sorry.
cheesy. So no, so we're gonna build off that cheese, and I'm gonna slow it down purpose a little bit because not because I want you to cry, but I want to hear I want that passion, and I want to hear it. Like so, tell me or us tell the view about your why. Why is Reverend Warrior so important to you? Give me your why.
Okay.
I want to hear it.
So I'm gonna have to give you my story with my why, and I'm not gonna
Yep.
cry, I promise. So a couple people know that I gave the Marine Corps 10 years, and one day I was feeling really bad, and I just felt sick. I wasn't sure why, and I just remember going to the Naval Hospital and giving them my ID, and then waking up. So I was like, I hear my mom's voice, who is like 16 hours away. How do I hear her? I really feel like I'm going crazy. And for some reason, every time I moved, they kept tucking me in like a baby. And I'm like, what in the world? And why am I in this hospital? So when I got ready to sit up, my shoulders dropped, and they told me that I had 3 seizures. I had chipped my tooth and bust my lip, and I had shattered my shoulders. So right now I have 2 plates and 24 screws. I'm full of hardware right now. I'm proud now. I used to be afraid of these scars, and I used to cry when I see them. Now I actually laugh and give really cool stories behind these scars. But after that, it was like a major ego check, because in the hospital, I wasn't even thinking about two broken shoulders. I think the first thing I said was, "Damn, I lost all my pull-ups." Like it was, it was just weird. It's like, girl, you have shattered your shoulders, and you're talking about pull-ups. But that just kind of made me know that my love for the Marine Corps was a little deeper than I thought it was, because when I could no longer do what I had been doing every day, I couldn't stop crying. I just got so sad about it. For 10 years, I knew where to be, what to wear, how to have my hair, what time I had to be for this place, stay out of trouble and stay in shape. That was the Marine Corps. The military itself was like the biggest life hack. Get in after high school and you're going to retire before 40. That's in the back of my head. And all of that was taken away from me. And I was thinking, I felt so cheated. So I was mad at everybody for a little minute. I would log off of social media because seeing people get promoted made me cry. And it wasn't that I was jealous, it just wasn't me. Hearing about these new duty stations made me cry. And I was like, I have to do something other than sit in this room and cry all day. Because before I started Googling and finding the Reverend Warriors, it took me months to admit that I really did have an issue. Because, people, you go to therapy, you crazy. Of course, we think like that. And I didn't need people looking at me funny because I'm a Marine. I'm tough. You feel me? That's how I was looking at it. My daughter thinks I'm Superwoman. So I can't have her knowing that I'm in this bathroom crying and I don't know why I'm crying. I just got to come out of here and pretend that my eyes aren't stuffy. I got to blame it on the pollen, even though I've been crying here for 2 hours. So I called my aunt, who's very, very, very religious, and I told her I needed some help. And her first answer was the church. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna need to go another route. No, no, disrespect, but I just wasn't ready for that kind of therapy. So I reached out to the vet center. I think that's where I went. I think it was the DAV first, and they sent me to the vet center. And I really applaud them because they let me sit in there and cry my eyes out and bawl my eyes out. But that wasn't helping me because I felt like it was only bringing up all the stuff that I went through. Now I got to go home sad again. How is this helping me? And it just wasn't. So I kind of went back into that dark place for about 6 or 7 months or so. And a couple of my friends was noticing, and they would call me and text me, "I'm just trying to check on you. I haven't heard from you." And I really was being standoffish, and that's just not my personality. That's not the kind of person that I am. And I felt that. I was like, I'm really not acting like D-Wave right now. So I had to swallow my pride and I went back for counseling. And I think I was Googling veteran suicide or something like that, and that's when I found IW. It was that center came up, but IW still came up. And then I seen somebody named, they was calling him Danny, then they was calling him Dunny. And I was like, who is this? And oh my God, I think I hit images. I shouldn't hit images. This has absolutely nothing to do with the hike. Why did they keep telling me to Google this dude? Why did they tell me to Google this guy? This cannot be my kind of therapy. At first I thought it was a joke. I'm like, this is not, stop it. But just something just told me to just keep clicking. And I think I ended up Googling IW for hours. And I was a little shaken because I've never like hosted an event, and it's, what are they going to expect from me, and are they really about to follow me because I'm online saying that I have an issue? Am I somebody that they want to hike behind if I have issues? A whole bunch of stuff was going on in my head. And the moment we woke up that next morning, just to see all of those people that actually beat me to the hike, and I made it there fairly early. When I made it there, it was about 40 or 50 people already there, and I was really excited, but people just kept showing up. And I was just like, oh my God, like I really am the person that I'm hiking for because I'm the one with the issue. I don't know anybody out here. I'm literally hiking for Christal right now because I need this. I'm going through something. And a more fellow veterans that was there that from Atlanta, Chambers, Malika, her brother Palmer, I think he was in the Air Force or something. They drove down from Georgia. These were my best friends. Okay. These were the very first people I met at my very first duty station, and they drove down from Georgia. And I was like, they really have your back. And I kept thinking to myself, how selfish it would have been if I would have.
All right, take your time.
When I was doing these hikes and we started getting guest speakers, oh my God, I was hearing these stories that they had been through. The guy who was holding the center block the whole hike. And I was just hearing all of these stories and the stuff that they had been through and overcame and the stuff that they saw. when they were serving, and I felt so selfish. I really did. I felt like a coward. I did, because I'm like, it's never that bad to take your own life. It's really not. It's never that bad. Whatever you're going through, I kid you not, it's gonna get better. And that's what I was telling those devil pups too. And I tried to make a little joke afterwards, like, could you imagine me not being here? Like, the world needs Dway. Like, be serious right now. But it just let me know that I was a little stronger than I thought I was. Because hearing these stories, it's like, oh my God, like, you really overcame that, and you here, and I'm looking up to you, and you telling me that you're looking up to me because I hosted this hike. It was just a range of emotions, and I'm like, oh my God, just imagine what I wouldn't have been able to experience had I not called my friend after I took all of those pills. Jesus, like, if if he wouldn't have hung up that phone, to this day, I don't think I would be here, because that was my vice. That's kind of what that was the way I kind of, I said I was gonna, do my thing. I took a couple of bottles, and I called Darius, and I was like, I just can't do this no more, because I don't like how I'm feeling. I can't explain how I'm feeling. I feel crazy. And I think it would just be better if I wasn't around. And I heard his mom in the background, and he was like, we need to go over there. And they came, and I started thinking about that, and just thinking about how strong my daughter think I am, but I was about to leave her here. So that kind of stuff just plays in my head sometime. And I always have to remember that there is strength in asking for help. And I don't know, I don't care how weak you think you are. That is the strongest thing I ever did, was tell somebody that I was having issues and I need to talk. And to date, I'll call anybody. I'll call Dunny. I'll call Cindy. I'll call you. I'm gonna call Mark. I'll call anybody if I'm having like a moment. But now I'm kind of in a position where people are calling me. So I'm gonna always, be strong whenever I need help. I'm gonna admit it, because I feel like I have people like looking up to me and counting on me and all that good stuff. So I'm gonna always put on these hikes, and I'm gonna always answer emails. I'm gonna always knock on doors. They can tell me yes or no. I'm just gonna go to the next person. I'm gonna always do this. IW can literally say, look, some things happen, and it's 10 years from now, and this is not what we're going to do. I'm probably still going to walk around holding that flag with music in my ear, hiking for a cause, because I know for a fact it saved me. It really did. It did. I know it did. I know it did. Like, seriously. OMG. I said I wasn't going to cry. Look at that.
It's okay. You can blame me for making you cry. That's fine.
Uh, I know I was trying to keep that a secret. You try to keep what you did a secret, but that's also healing too, like talking about it, because sometimes you kind of try to bury what you did go through, but it made me feel better talking about it, because I hadn't brought that up in quite some time. Because I
There
hadn't
you go.
thought about it in about 10 years. Every time my hike is over, I go look for another hike. I've flown out to a few hikes, Normandy, France. I will never experience anything like that. Oh my gosh. She put on an amazing hike. Jesus. She put on an amazing hike. I drove to the Atlanta hike. Of course, I've been to all the NC hikes, the California hike. I am coming to Puerto Rico next year. I don't care what I got to do. I'm getting there. I don't care what I have to do. I'm literally not taking any more of my vacation days because I want to make that hike next year. I'm so proud of him. He's been killing it. Every time I see it, it's just such a good time. And I'm like, Crystal, it's close to the hike, but you can probably make it. So I'm like making it my business to get to that. And I need to get to a Fort Walton Beach. I need to get to a few hikes. I'm gonna try my best, but I'm definitely coming to Puerto Rico. I am coming
Well,
to
he
that hike.
convinced me. He convinced me when we were doing when I did the interview with him, like that I need to get down there next year, because he's already got the date. Like, it's already, like, he's already
Yeah.
set. Like, he already has it so set aside. So I need to. I think I need to make my way down there next year
I'm
myself.
definitely going. I'm definitely going. I'm bringing my kid. I'm bringing my kid. Now, Lily, she doesn't be at hikes because we know these are 18 and up events. But when it comes to Puerto Rico, it's no way I cannot share that with my kid. And she knows so many people in IW. She be looking forward to it too. She called Mama Cindy Ma as well. Her and Dunny have like their own secret coded language. To this date, he's the reason that she know how to bust a window with a baseball. Thanks, Dunny. Thank you, Dundee. Thank you for teaching my kids that. That's a trip. It really is. But I love him
Oh, that's
too. I
awesome.
really do. I love it. Everybody supports everybody. I like how the coordinators be coming to each other hikes. That'd be so dope. I can't wait till Wilmington have another hike. Oh my God, it was a Halloween hike. Did you go to that? Like we had costumes and everything. It was so much fun. He had a petting zoo. I be feeling like a kid. I be so excited to get to other hikes and see what they're gonna do. I be so ready. For real.
Well, like and because like you got some, I mean, yeah, there's hikes that did the Halloween hikes, so you're all like in costumes and stuff like that. Then you literally we just had the DC night hike, which is
The
it looked like
night
a rave.
hikes.
It looked like a rave hike. It looks so awesome.
Yo, I heard about that. That and the cherry blossoms or something like that up there.
Yep. Yep.
Oh man. Yeah, so it's a couple more. They have the world's worst traffic, but it's a few more hikes that I gotta get to. Oh, trust, I'm definitely gonna make my way to it. So it's I can't remember this guy's name, and he's gonna know exactly who I'm talking about. My mom drives from Louisiana to support my hike, but she really drives to support him. And she comes every year to take a photo. And I was like, oh my goodness. My mom is like super vocal, but she is so well behaved on these hikes. Oh my goodness. It's something to see. She talks more than I do, but when she came to the house, she was like, "Girl, everybody naked." I was like, "No, no, no, no. Those are that's the attire. Those are shorts. Nobody's naked. They just real little." She's like, "So they gonna hike like that?" I was like, "Yeah." She said, "Who are all these people you hugging?" I was like, "I don't know. We all family. We don't need to know each other to hug out here. As soon as I hear Dway, that means we've hiked before, and I love you. Give me a hug. That's just our love language when it comes to this hike." So she
Pretty
was just
much.
taken back. She loved it. She was that was another proud moment. Like my mom coming to my hike. Like what? What? That's insane because she still keeps saying, "My baby, that's in the Marines." Like, I'm like, "Mom, I'm DD 214." And then she hit me with the because they said once you're a Marine, you always a Marine. I said, "Oh, okay. All right, then. All right, do your thing." So, all right. So she's
That's a
still
proud
my
mama right
baby.
there.
Oh yeah. So she love it. Every time she come here, she gets the Marine mom shirts, Marine sister shirts. She goes to the PX and she lose it. So yeah, that was another proud moment for her to see, what I'm doing as a vet and all that good stuff because it kind of hurt her heart when she when she knew what I was going through, but she just couldn't help. And I was like, I don't really know how to explain to you why I'm sad that I'm no longer active duty. I don't know how to I really don't know how to explain it to you. And she was just like, "Well, who are you going to talk to?" It's like, I don't know. Because she gave me the same speech. Well, who are you going to talk to? You need to talk to somebody. Clearly, you want to talk to me. And it's like, it's not that I don't want to talk to you. I just didn't think she would get it. It's like, you didn't serve. And I'm like the only Marine in the family. We got my uncle who served in the army. I forgave him for that a long time ago. We go. So I mean, he could probably relate, but he's in Germany. So we didn't. It was like Mom, just give me a minute. So I know she was really concerned because she's like, I be bragging about you being a Marine Corps, but what happened to you while you were on service that you're so sad? And I was like, it didn't happen when I was serving. It was when it was taken away from me because I was never the Marine that was like, it's 4 years, I'm out of here. Nope. I'm getting paid to stay in shape. The Marine Corps was it.
Yeah.
That's how I looked at that. And then you know the look you get when you tell somebody you're a Marine? That's dope. That's
Yeah.
a big old flex. I
I
love
mean,
it.
I don't know. I was Air Force. I don't get those looks.
Oh Lord. That my daughter says she's going to the Air Force. That's what she keeps saying. Her and my niece actually. My niece says she's gonna move down here her senior year and they are going to graduate and go into the Air Force. That is what they have told me for the past 3 years, and I think they serious. So I'm gonna support it. I'm gonna talk noise at the family reunion, but I'm gonna support it.
Yeah,
I
oh,
am.
absolutely. You gotta talk noise. You gotta talk shit. That's totally okay.
Oh yeah, I love going home when they start. It's only maybe like literally maybe two of us. So when me and him start going back and forth, they just look at us crazy. But the moment somebody says something about the military, we immediately flip and just start looking like, well, wait a minute, what have you done? And we just we just go from roasting each other to just roasting this outsider. So we still got that in common. Gotta love it.
All right,
Oh,
I got one more question for you.
what
I
you
got one more
got?
question for you.
Okay.
So if you were wandering around and you ran into a veteran, like so you saw a "Do not tread on me," you saw an Air Force flag, you saw an Army flag, whatever, and they've never heard of IW, or they heard of IW, but they're only like kind of like maybe on the fence about coming out to a hike, how do you get them to come out to your hike? What do you say to them?
This is literally how I would approach you. Like, okay, don't tread on me, huh? So where did you serve? What was your branch? Marine. So have you heard about the Silky Hike? You heard you did, huh? So are you coming to it? What you mean you're not you thinking about it? What you thinking about? Oh no, nobody's gonna judge you here. Let me tell you something. This is the hiker family. We all bleed green. Whatever you've been through, you are gonna find somebody out there that relate. No, I know you heard it's a bar crawl. It's not a bar crawl. Let me tell you something. Some of them are out there celebrating their sobriety. Go out there and hike with them. Don't be on the fence. Don't be. You do not have to wear ranger panties. Cut it out. You can wear what you want to wear. Come out there and have some fun. Not an athletic event. You don't have to worry about falling out because we don't leave anybody behind. Take my number down real quick. Okay, and here's the QR code. Scan this and come out to the hike and look for me. You will hear me. I will be at Black Bears and I'll be looking for you. What did you say your name was? All right, I'm going to be looking for you. You say you coming to the hike, right? Wait, let me see you register. Let me see the code. All right, bet. Okay, I'll see you at the hike. All right, one love. Give me a hug. I don't know a stranger. Give me a hug. All right, I'll see you next weekend. That's literally how I do it.
You
I'm sorry.
That's no, but like, yeah, I mean, when you say you go hard, like, no, that's like, I would be intimidated by like now all of a sudden I literally she's yelling at me. I got to register now. I'm doing this
I be
thing.
having fun.
I have to go now. Otherwise,
Oh, yes.
I don't know. I'm afraid of this woman. She might hunt me down
Listen to
if
you.
I don't show up now.
I had one guy who, when they joined the group, and it was like, "How did you hear it, IW?" And it put the mail lady, and I could not stop laughing because I was like, "I know that house. I know that house." When I see, if I see any kind of Marine Corps memorabilia, anything military related, I know that I can approach you with this, and you're either gonna tell me yes or no, but you're not gonna go off. You're gonna tell me yes or no. And when I tell you what we hiking for, it just pulls you. You can't help it. You like, so how many veterans come out there? Irreverent Warriors, huh? Okay. All right. And it's a free event? Oh wow. How long have y'all been doing this? Oh, okay. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm coming. Like, I really haven't gotten to know yet. I've gotten to, we'll think about it. And one guy said, I can't come, but you can follow me to Food Lion. And he bought me some Powerade. So I was cool with that too. So I
Well, and
really do.
so I mean, so you have an unfair advantage
Do I?
because you have an unfair advantage because you postal worker, so you're running around. You see all of the, oh, you know where all the veterans live. You literally are. You are. You're shoving our print products in their mailboxes.
I sure
Like,
am. I am. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't do it to every house, only the Marines. I even have flyers up at all of the post office, the Bryn Mawr post office, the downtown post office, the Hubert post office, and the Swansboro post office. Because we're full of veterans. That is legit veteran central, the post office. Everybody up there knows about the hike. Emily, who is a part of the Crystal Coast team, I work with her mom, and we hiked together last year. I mean, last a couple weeks ago in Greenville, and she's coming to the Jacksonville hike. She saw this shirt while I was at work, and she's like, "My daughter does the Reverend Warriors." I was like, "Who's your daughter?" Emily. Oh my God! So it's such a small world, and it was
yeah,
just
yeah.
from the shirt. The moment somebody say, if you actually like, have you ever heard of IW, and they say no, I get excited and I go hard. But when they say yes, I get really giddy, and I just show them the QR code. I'm like, "You just saved yourself because I was about to get you."
Consider yourself gotten.
Yeah, because I was about to get you. I didn't even know I go that hard until I actually hear myself. I just like it here. That's really the easiest way to describe it. I really like it here. And
I think everybody, just whether you're in Irreverent Warriors or not, I think your energy, your going hard, needs to be heard by everybody. I'm sorry. Like, that energy and that passion, like, people need to emulate that. Like, no, that's real. Like, I used to be like, my energy level used to be like way the hell up here about it, like passionate, where people were like, you need to calm down. And so, like, over the years, the past years, I started to kind of mellow out, right?
I've gotten
But now,
worse.
like, talking with you, like,
I've
my
gotten
energy
worse.
level's back here. Like,
I've
I want to
gotten
go run through
worse.
the streets of Massasoquis and talk about IW right now. Like, that's what you have done to me in this interview, and I bleed this organization just as much as you do. So,
Because it's real. This is legit therapy. This is legit therapy. You don't want to go and sit in front of a doctor, come to a hike. I kid you not. It just
yep.
works. It works. I'm gonna always shout out Dunny for even thinking about this because it works. It really do. No meds, just a good time.
Well, I think that about wraps it up. Like it's hard to end like an interview like when it's high all the time, like the entire time. Like I don't know how to like
Well, you're easy to talk
how do we
to, and then
close
you're
it
talking
out?
about
Like
something that I really enjoy. So you're easy to talk to, and then you're talking about something that I legit love. So I have
yeah,
my poster back here representing. I take this everywhere I go, every school, every restaurant, anybody that lets me set up the tent. I take this, so you know exactly what it is we do
yep,
in there.
absolutely.
I tell you, you got me like hype now. Gotta find some. Oh wow! Well, I'm baking crayon cookies right now. Hopefully they come out right. That's my goal. Yeah.
Those will be exciting.
That's
They better come out right. And even if they
that,
don't, y'all Marines are going to eat them anyway.
the shape looked really pretty, so I was like, let me just let them calm down before I color them, and let's really pray that they come out nice. But I hope to be passing our crayons at the hike.
Well, I hope they come out good.
I'm laughing again. Oh my goodness. You were too funny. I can't wait to see you. We're gonna be seeing you up there at the leadership majig. It's good time. It's
Yes,
gonna be a good
yes,
time.
I'll
Are
be
y'all
there.
gonna teach me how to fish? This is so random. You might
Um,
have to cut this off. I'm sorry. Are you
no,
gonna
you're
show me how
fine.
to fish? We're gonna be like
I don't.
camping and stuff, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, I looked at the itinerary and stuff like that. I don't know if there's. I mean, I don't know. You might have to talk with somebody who's driving to see
Mm.
if they're bringing gear, like if they're bringing like fishing stuff. Because I don't even know if there's a lake out there to do that. I really don't. I
Oh,
don't know a whole lot about the area.
this is
So I
gonna be
mean,
nice. So this is new for all of us though. This is gonna be cool.
yeah. Oh yeah.
It's a
No.
little more intimate than wait, what was the name of the place? Was it the Marriott I think we were at for the conference?
Sheraton.
Yeah. So it'll be a little more intimate. So I'm kind of looking forward to that.
Yeah, this is no Sheraton. There's bunk beds and sleeping bags and cold plunges and
I've
no,
never
there's a
cold
lot. Like
plunged.
it's gonna be nuts.
I've never cold plunged.
Cold plunging is it's an experience. So I do what's called it's thermal and cryotherapy like all at the same time. So you spend time in a sauna and then you go hop right into a cold plunge. And so you basically kind of do that over and over again. And what it does is it helps with your chemical balances. And the cold plunge is really good for helping to relieve stress. It helps heal your body. It is a absolute shock to your system when you first do it, but the more you do it, the easier it is to get involved. And one of the keys is that when you go in, you fully submerge. So you go all the way under and then come all the way up. And the reason why is because you still kind of have a mental a chemical flight response almost. So when you first go in, and if you don't take your head under and submerge yourself and then come back up, that wanting to get out unless you're used to it is going to fight you the entire time. When you submerge fully and then pop back up, you get a little bit more you get a little bit calm out of it, and
I
you're able to
so
kind of
want to do
embrace it.
that. I so want to do that. OMG.
I
Okay, I'll be looking forward to that then.
Yeah, no, and that's no Matt Scalley's gonna have. I guess they're gonna have that out there. We're gonna talk about it, and we're gonna do the cold plunges and stuff.
Oh
So,
yeah, I'm gonna be super nature. I think I'm just gonna have my Baidu head wraps. I might braid my hair to the back and just wrap and just kind of be one with all. I can't wait. I'm like looking forward to seeing everybody. For real, for real.
oh,
We it's
absolutely.
another thing that we're gonna do before we do the step off and the brief. Well, first we're gonna do the brief and whatnot, but before we do the step off, and we're gonna do the prayer, and we're gonna have a moment of silence for Mike. Because let me tell you, and I'm not gonna get emotional again. I promise I'm not, because he was just too funny for me to cry. Like for real, for real. This is one of the coolest guys that I have met, and I was following, his surgery and his journey. So when I woke up and saw that post, I was just like, wow, seriously. So we're gonna definitely have a moment of silence for Mike before we step off for the hike. We gotta represent for brother. We really do. That was one of the coolest, sweetest guys I ever fucking met. There I go cursing. I said I wasn't gonna curse.
It's
So,
okay. This is I have all these are they're rated for adults only. So
good.
we can have a couple F bombs here and there as long as it's should be too
Yeah,
bad.
it was only one, thank goodness. But that's one thing we're gonna do before we step off. We're gonna have that moment of silence, and then we really go out there and represent like he at the hike for real, for real. Definitely gonna miss that guy, man.
Yep, absolutely. No, I know it's tough, he will be remembered, and I'm pretty sure every hike from the remainder of the year is going to have some element of that, whether it's a moment of silence or something like that for him. So
Oh no. There you oh, okay. I guess that's
you're
like
there.
time for us to wrap it up, huh? And we started just
It's
started
all
sharing
good,
all this.
and
OMG.
you're fine. But
No.
what? You're there. What?
We've been doing so good. Can you hear
Yeah, I can
me?
hear you. You didn't go anywhere.
What? Yeah, it keeps doing this and then it'll pause on you. I'm like, what in the
It's no, it's
world?
not doing anything on my end.
Okay, well that's a good thing. Okay, well good. As long as you still hear me while we going and we straight then. But this has been like a dope interview for real, for
No,
real. This was fun.
I agree. I loved every second of it. Like I said, you
This
bring
was dope.
the energy, and that's it. Like it's contagious, and I love you for it because
Good,
it's awesome.
good.
Don't ever
I'm
lose
gonna be
that.
the same way at the conference. I'm gonna be the same way. It's too much good going on in my life for me to be sad or mad about anything. Like if Bless was a person, you are definitely looking at her right now. Sometimes it's real surreal. I like sit in my living room and sit in my kitchen. Like, is this really happening for me right now? You know, just
Yes, it
ridiculously
is.
blessed.
It happens.
Ridiculously blessed. Ah, don't make me start back talking and crying, okay?
All right. Well, before you cry, then let's wrap. We're gonna wrap it up. I
Okay.
I I hope that your Silky Hike is a humongous success, and it is everything you want it to be, and you make all of the impacts that you want, and you save all the lives, and you bring all the energy. I cannot wait
Oh
to see
yes.
photos and hear all about it.
Oh yes. We got two photographers too, so we're gonna be in there. Oh yes. I cannot wait because it's right after the hike. What I'll be seeing you like a week later. So
Yep, yep.
yes.
So you and I were gonna sit down there. You're gonna tell me all about your hike. I want to hear
I
about it.
sure am. Okay, remember what you asked it for, okay? Okay. So
I'm here for it. I'm here
remember
for
what
it.
you just said. I'm gonna talk your head off.
I'm not
I'm
scared.
serious. I can. Oh my god. Oh my god. Just remember what you just said. I cannot wait now. Seriously, this is gonna be so dope. So wait. So when does this air? I'm nosy. When should I be online looking for this?
So there'll be announcements. I'll tag you, but it'll be on the Monday before your hike is when this will air.
Not so next. Oh, nice. Okay, got it.
Yeah,
Okay, I'll
yeah,
make sure I
yep.
tell my team. This is gonna be fun. I've been waiting to be on the episode of this. This is dope. What is
I'm glad
this?
you're so excited about
Hey, boo.
it.
I'm not sure, but I just sent you $30 towards your hike. Oh, okay. Oh, that's my makeup artist. Yo, dang.
We're getting live donations
So
to
this chick.
Crystal's
So
hike.
this is another thing. This is another thing. It seems like every time, like somebody I know, they be trying to support in some kind of way. This is Renee, officially beat by Renee. I tag her in everything, and she started donating these makeup certificates, which are like a legit $100 to get in her chair. Right? She started donating them to the ladies in the hike, and she just donated us some water and whatnot. I love it. Oh my god, the friends that I have in Jacksonville, bro. Because I be put, they have to eat IW too. If you talking to me,
Yeah,
you're gonna hear something about this hype. That's just how I am. I love you,
yeah.
Sharice. I love you, sis. I know you tired. I know. Can't help it.
Oh, I love it. Oh man. All right, let's get
Okay,
out of here
I gotta let
before
you go because I'm not gonna get
before
off
we
this phone because
record
you're too
another
easy to
hour's
talk
worth of
to.
stuff.
Yeah, you too easy to talk to. I gotta get off of here, or we're gonna be on here for like a legit hour, for real, for real. Where's that? Where's
Well,
the end button? Wait, okay, there we go. I don't want to hang up on you.
let me do an outro real quick. Don't just hang
Got
up
you.
on me. Like, come on.
Right. I don't want to
Just
just.
click.
I
Like,
don't want to give you that baby daddy energy. I got you.
what, what, well, thank you again for hopping on and spending some time with us tonight. Thank you, and for everybody that listens and tunes in for this episode, be sure to listen to it and share this episode far and wide so that we can bring a little humor and camaraderie to anybody who might listen or watch. Until next time, stay irreverent, my friends.
Deuces. Bye.
Deuces.